What is going on, everyone? My name is Ovi, and today we're going to talk about the best formation to start Ultimate Team online season. Best formation to start FC25. If you're looking for cheap FC25 coins, make sure to check fifacoin.com. Super fast delivery, and use the code OVI to get an even bigger discount. Link will be in the description. Before getting started, guys, if you appreciate the tutorial series, drop a like. Your support means everything to me, and let's be honest, it also helps the channel if you do that. It drives me to create even more content for you guys, so appreciate all the support from you guys. Now, tactics is a very hot topic this season, and this will not be a short video in which you will find out that the 4-4-2, according to me, is the best formation to start Ultimate Team. It's gonna be a more in-depth tutorial in which we're going to talk about tactics, about player roles, about how important is this revamping from EA Sports. First of all, we got Real Madrid here, and step by step, how do you create a new tactic? You go to tactics here, you find an empty slot, you press create. We call it 4-4-2. I think I have one more, if I'm not mistaken, with the 4-4-2, but we're going to do this one from scratch. Now, player roles are important, they help a lot, but I don't want player roles to limit you when picking a formation. First of all, tactical preset here, we're gonna go and press custom and select our own. We're gonna go 4-4-2 flat. Now, first of all, let's talk about the formation and why I think that this is the main formation to go to in FC25. Of course, there are a lot of great formations. If you feel comfortable with another formation, go with that. But this one, in my opinion, is the most balanced. Besides the fact that I've been talking with pros, a lot of them test and use the 4-4-2. And if I sound tired and if I'm not talking 100% correctly, is that because I'm tired, man. I've been testing, but I want to do that. I don't want to present you bullshit formations and tactics just for the sake of it. So let's go 4-4-2, and now build up play for the 4-4-2. I would go with balance right here. You have counter. Counter is crazy fast. I think it's a bit too risky, so balanced. Now, depending on your defending line, you got options here in defensive. You got deep, you got balanced, you got high, you got aggressive. The beauty, of course, you press triangle and you get to change this manually. I've seen with 50 that the defender line drops a bit too much. So I'm playing here as long as your center backs are good. And let's be honest, in 1-2 weeks, everyone is going to be able to afford a good defender line. So 60 will be right here. Beautiful. You got balanced defensive approach, balanced formation 4-4-2, and now let's get into the big stuff, the important stuff. And I don't like what EA Sports are doing. So let me show you something. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's really bad. I'm taking the camera out. They're talking about the pros and cons of the 4-4-2. Unimaginative build-up play. Bro! A formation in which you can create so many triangles ain't unimaginative. Cautious approach. Yeah, it is a safe approach, but it is a good approach. Light at defensive roles. Bro, please. Relax, EA. That's not the deal right now. Moving on to player roles, and if you don't know how to change players here, first of all, you got triangle to swap a player. What is going on? Triangle, then you go like that, you swap between them. This is new, so I'm just gonna go through a bit of them. If you flick the right analog like that, you're gonna see how your team is with the ball and how your team is without the ball. Being able to switch this view and check how your players will stay after toying with this, after toying with player roles, is a big plus from EA Sports. So I'm gonna say GG for that, because for example, you got Jude Bellingham there, box to box. Let's see, this is with the ball. No. The best example I do think is Fede Valverde, because you got a winger, and then at his positioning, look at that, wide playmaker. So let's see now how he moves. You see, this is without the ball, and with the ball he goes inside a lot. That's so you get a better understanding of what they do after they get the ball. Getting back to the bread and butter. 4-4-2. I want to talk about roles a bit. Roles are important. So advanced forward. You got plus for Mbappe. He's gonna be. The definition is if he has 1+, he's mastered that role. If he has 2+, he's world class. If he has 0+, he can play with that role. It's great to have plus. It's good to have plus. It's not that bad to not have it. The striker can still, that player can still provide for the team. It's not 100% a must. So think about it. Now 4-4-2. Why is the 4-4-2 so important? Extremely balanced between midfield and attack. And yes, I know I'm talking a lot before getting into the exact player roles, but it's very, very important. You'll be able to do a good transition from defense to attack, especially now at the beginning of the game. You will be able to feel safe defensively. I do advise though the 2 CMs here, use them more defensive. For example, you got let's start with the defense. Carvajal, you got fullback at him. You've got wingbacks. He's got 2+ there. That is incredible, of course. But he doesn't have the pace to maintain that. It is too risky to play like that. You will not use it. I will not use it. Falls back. He goes a lot in the center position. Attacking wingback. Again, he attacks a lot. But we're gonna go here with. I would go with balanced here with fullback. Has to be there. Otherwise, I think that. It's too risky, man, with the rest. I would not use it. So I just say fullback. He goes forward just a bit. I would do the same for Mendy. He has wingback plus. Again, you could use this in a 1-2 narrow, one of the players to go forward like that. But in the 4-4-2, I would play him fullback safe and only launch those runs manually. Moving on to the right mid, left mid, we got Vini, we got Fede Valverde, we play Rodrigo Mbappe as striker. Fede Valverde has some interesting options in terms of roles. Wide playmaker's got a plus right there. He's got a wide midfielder with no plus, inside forward. In a 4-4-2, I would not play inside forward. You want your left mid, right mid to stay more on the wing, so you are able to have them there, switch sides and then cut inside. So no inside forward. I would play a winger. Wide playmaker is tempting for a card that has plus on it. Creative outlet, positioned out wide but able to move inside to help create chances to unpick defenses. You could have a combination, right mid, wide playmaker, and the other one to have, where is it? Wide midfielder. You know, that's very interesting, those two combinations. But you're not going to have Fede Valverde, in my opinion, wide playmaker. You're going to have him wide midfielder. And then you're going to go with a player like Vini that has more value at shooting, with wide playmaker going forward. Or, let me have a look. Inside forward is tempting, but I want him to stay there. It's either wide playmaker here, or just the winger. Test winger or wide playmaker, see what suits you more. Vini also has that finesse, so wide playmaker will be interesting for him. Now the two central midfielders. Jude Bellingham has a plus at, where is it? Where's my plus, baby? You ain't got a plus? Okay, in that position. Sorry, my bad. Box to box for him is too risky. Box to box is for players that in formations like 4-3-1-2, 1-2-1-2 narrow, left CM, right CM. In 2 CM formations, box to box is too risky. I will have them right here, now half winger. I do believe holding or deep lying playmaker. This is very interesting. Bellingham with deep lying, and then we're just gonna have as a holding, not box to box, sorry, my bad. Holding right here. He's actually plus with a deep lying playmaker, but I want him holding here to defend a bit. We're gonna attack with Vini, so I want this card to hold the midfield more. In my opinion, holding and deep lying playmaker are the best for these two formations. We spoke about left mid, right mid, about the fullbacks. Center backs here, you do have some options. Stopper, he's got plus. Ball winning center back who will step forward from the defensive line to make tackles, intercept passes, and lead the press. Now, If you find yourself in a situation when you want to come back in a game, remember this is a standard formation you play throughout the 90 minutes, but if it's last minutes or so and you're losing, stopper plus will be interesting. Until then, I do believe that I want him classic defender. Rudiger has plus pro at defender, or no nonsense center back who excels at basics of defending, including maintaining the defensive line. That's how I like my defenders at this moment. I don't like risking more. Now let's see what the strikers have, because you got Mbappe with advanced forward. That's a target forward. You got the false 9. That's interesting for him for finesses. And you got the poacher. Now, for advanced forward, he's got plus. Versatile attacker who usually stays close to the opposition's defensive line, but opens themselves up for passes in the build-up and makes running. You cannot ignore an advanced forward plus at Mbappe. You just cannot. So when you have, for example, plus at advanced forward at this role, and you get a player with poacher with no plus, with no advantage there, it's kind of obvious, man, what you have to do. Play on his strength. Now, Rodrigo, 1 second, has 1 plus. Target forward, false 9. Options here for the 4-4-2 are these: advanced forward or false 9. If you want Rodrigo to come back, take the ball first before Mbappe, then distribute to Mbappe. This is an option, the false 9. It transforms into 4-4-1-1. And it looks like this with the ball. Very interesting, this one. It's either this one or you go with his advanced forward, who will be extremely not as versatile as the false 9, but still very good. So this is how the 4-4-2 would look like, with Fede Valverde, white midfielder, doing the line there. You got Vini, white playmaker, going inside a bit. What's the main rule this season? We need to take into consideration the player roles, but they are not, how can I say, they're game changer in times, but they cannot dictate 100% what your player will do on the pitch. He will have a plus, but you can also go for certain roles for your player when he doesn't have the plus there, if you want your formation to stay in a certain way. That's very important. Player roles are important, but you can also think about the bigger picture, about how the team will look like, and sometimes you can ignore a plus at a player role and just use a normal player role when the game tells you he can play in that position, but he hasn't mastered it. I do believe it is possible, according to the games that I have, the amount of games that I've played so far. From now on, we're gonna have maybe daily, maybe each 2 days, formations. We're gonna talk 4-3-1-2, 4-3-2-1, 4-4-2 with the holding CMs. A lot of variety this year, a lot of variety due to these player roles. If you've got any questions, I'm here for you. Drop a comment below, let me know. My name is Ovi, and I'll see you fellas in the upcoming tutorials and Road to Glory. I got a cool Road to Glory posted today with a cheap striker and ultimate team. Make sure to check it out, previous video. Have an absolutely fantastic day, everyone. Ciao.